Well, I think one element to overlay to this is time series data, because a lot of the time those time series charts and visualizations in particular give you a lot of insights where you see behavior and churn data over time. And there's these ideas that people leg into the product in different ways, and there's value accretion points. And fundamentally, whether you're monetizing by usage directly or indirectly, usage should be a very leading indicator to value, and therefore also, as we've talked about, a leading indicator to churn. And so we see companies like Box in our portfolio, where when you get a certain amount of content in there, or you get collaborators on a folder, you get certain activities, you can project with pretty good accuracy the behavior and in that case the meaningful upsell characteristics that are going to follow. Companies like Twilio, when they've got essentially free trials through minutes and things, but when they start building certain apps and they start doing certain things, you can then see as a leading indicator to real value. Or in the case of Eloqua, it was certain enablements when they connect to certain systems and they get a certain number of campaigns with a certain amount of activity run through the system. And so you can change your behaviors accordingly. In the case of Eloqua, they did quick start programs and they changed their pricing structures, not to, in that case, shorten some time windows, but it was fundamentally stop doing monthly deals. We're willing to give on annual deals, but really quarterly was the hurdle. They want people to buy into at least running some campaigns and committing to it for a certain period of time. They would dramatically reduce the cost of some of these quick start programs to make sure that people got trained so they could be effective. Or in the case of Twilio, they'll do hackathons and give the minutes and those things so people get comfortable building their first app and understanding the API and getting some usage there. And so it can be a false sense of security or false concern if you overweight the early usage characteristics. And so for free trials or freemium models or those things, you may find that actually churn in that first month or two is quite high, and then things level out and build back up. And you just need to change your frame of reference in terms of thinking through what's the behavior that you want through there and what is actually an acquired customer. And you may find that that's really an extended part of your sales and marketing activity, and it's not until they actually partake in certain activities or upgrade to a certain level or do certain things that you really set the hook, and you should think of them then as a committed customer and hand them over to account management or do the longer term.